Hey y'all, it's Annelies, and in this video I wanted to show you guys some of my favorite accessories that I have for my MacBook Pro. I've had my brand new MacBook Pro for about 3 months now, and it is the MacBook Pro that does have the USB-C ports versus the traditional USB Type-A, so you are in need of some extra accessories, those being dongles. Now, besides the dongles that I have, even though I do kind of hate that word, I do have a lot of accessories for my Mac that I've either used on my previous one or I got specifically for my new one. But anyway, they are all accessories that work for this computer. So if you're somebody who is looking to find some new cool gizmos and gadgets for your computer, this video might be the video for you. I will have the products that I talk about today linked in the description of this video. So if you want to get your hands on anything that I talk about today, check out the description. So I feel like the best place to start is the case that's on this computer. I got it from Amazon, of course, like a lot of things that I did, because everybody gets everything off Amazon because it's great and you can get things really easily. And this is a Mosiso. It's some random brand that has like 20 other brands like it, and they make pretty much identical products, but it's a computer case from Amazon. It retails for $16.99 right now, and it's in this pretty periwinkle color. The camera reads it a lot more lavender, but it's not my first choice of color. I thought it was gonna be more blue, but I actually really like it. It's nice and calming. It comes with a screen protector, a keyboard cover, and a little accessory pouch. The accessory pouch is cool, but everything else I just gave away because I don't like how they feel or how they look. But if that's something you're into, then it's more bang for your buck. It's nice because it has this kind of matte feel to it, so it's not too slippery and slidey. I can feel like it's securely in my hands when I'm holding on to it. It covers the top, the bottom, not the back corners here, but it stays on because it kind of snaps in here, and it feels really nice. It does the job. Of course, it's not going to protect your computer. If anything, it's just going to protect it from scratches and stuff, but not from drops or anything like that. So make sure you don't drop your computer. Like, ever, don't drop your computer, like, ever. Just hold on to it like it's a newborn baby and treat it like the precious angel it is. But if you are going to get a case, make sure you have a nice case that makes you feel secure when you're holding it, and this one definitely does. The next thing I wanted to move on to was my hard drive. This is a hard drive by Western Digital. It is called My Passport, and currently on Amazon it goes anywhere from $90 to $100. They offer it in many colors like blue, yellow, red, and black. The black is typically the cheapest, but I wanted to go with orange because orange is my most favorite color, and it's also really bright and easy to see. I do write my name on pretty much all of my accessories or my initials in some way, so a lot of these things will be marked up with something in silver Sharpie saying Annelies Veldman on them. But I like this hard drive because it's 4 terabytes. It's pretty cheap for being a 4 terabyte hard drive, and I've never had any issues with it. I actually just recently got one for my mom to do time machine backups on her computer at home, and it's been working great for that. I don't use mine for time machine backups. I use it for storing like raw footage, photos, edited photos that I have that I've done, or any videos that I've uploaded to YouTube. There's like my library of videos is on here. But I do travel with it, and I've never had any issues with it. There are also these little feety on the bottom, so it doesn't like slide around. You can't even see that. It doesn't really like slide around on a tabletop, which is nice. And then if you do need to remove this cable, you can, so that way you have like safer travel, just in case you worry about the cable getting like stuck inside there. But it's a great hard drive, and I feel like 90 to 100 bucks for 4 terabytes, which is 4,000 gigabytes, is pretty rad. Now, I nicely decorated my wall of my accessories, and excuse me as I take my glasses off of a hair tie, off of a thumbtack, off my wall. But this is my next favorite accessory that I got for this computer, and wow, I need to clean these glasses. But these are blue light glasses, and you might have actually seen me wear these in like my Instagram stories or in photos or whatever, because they're actually really cool and really helpful, and I like how they look. There is a aggressive glare, and I'm so glad I don't wear glasses, but you can kind of see on my face that they do give a little bit of a yellow tint. And I have been blessed to not get headaches from lights at all. I've done a lot of computer work in my day. I obviously film in front of very big lights, and I've done theater on stage with very big lights on my face. And I have to say, no computer screens or lights have ever given me headaches, which is nice, knock on wood it stays that way. But what I have been kind of concerned about is I know I stare at a computer screen and a phone screen a lot. Not necessarily talking about like, oh, well, I'm on my phone too much and I need to get off Instagram, because I do, and I do set time limits for myself on my phone, and I've been really good about that recently. But with all the editing that I do for videos or for photos, I've been kind of worried about hurting my eyes, and so I do take my breaks away from the computer screen, but I have felt that my eyes are a little bit more relaxed when I'm done being on the computer for a really long time. I can also see the difference between white and like white without my glasses when I've worn these for a really long time. And sometimes if I feel like my eyes are just a little tired, like I'll wear these and it just feels nice. I think they're cute and fashionable. Of course, where'd I get them? I got them on Amazon. So these glasses are by a brand called TIJN. I don't know if that's something that you can pronounce. And they're currently $14.99 on Amazon. I also think they're just kind of cute. They're nice. I like them. So if you're in the market for some blue light glasses, I really recommend those ones. I guess we should just climb up the wall here, shouldn't we? And I'm gonna go ahead and move on to my #1 accessory for my new MacBook Pro, which is this Anker multi-port adapter. It has one USB Type-C cable on the end, and it's a pretty like decent length dongle cable. It's really sturdy. And on the other side, we've got a couple of ports here. So there are 2 USB Type-A ports, which is like your regular USB. And then on the other side, there is an HDMI, as well as an SD card and a micro SD card reader. Isn't that fantastic? This is a pretty durable, good sized thingamabob that fits easily in any bag or purse. The cable is pretty sturdy because I always have it like this, and it has not stopped working yet. And I really, really like it. When I first got my new MacBook Pro, I bought the adapter that Apple sells that has like the HDMI cable, an extra USB-C, and then a USB port on it. And then I also bought some additional adapters like the SD card reader. Oh yeah, I taped this on the wall. And the regular USB-C to USB adapter, and I thought that was just a lot of dongles and I felt like there was an easier way to do it. So when I went on Amazon and found this guy, I was really excited to get it in the mail. I tried it out and I pretty much immediately returned my Apple one. But I did decide to keep these little 2 dudes because maybe there'll be a time where I need 3 USB ports, and I've got 2 on here, so here's an extra one. As well as, and I have come across this, so it's actually been pretty handy, but there's been times where I've been trying to import from 2 separate SD cards because I have a lot of video and sometimes I have to use multiple SD cards during one video. So this has been actually a lot handier than I expected. These are nice and small to just throw in a bag, but also this is a pretty comparable size, so I don't feel like it's that big of a difference. And the HDMI port was something that was really important to me. The only thing that this thing is lacking is a USB-C or a Thunderbolt 3 USB-C port, but with this only taking up 1 spot, I have 3 other USB-C ports, mainly charging ports, available. So I'm not too worried about running out of port space because it's got adequate amount of ports on here for me. If you're somebody who's gonna need things like VGA or like DVI, you are probably gonna wanna get another adapter, but for your basic modern day connections, like connecting to a TV, charging, plugging in your iPhone, this is like the best purchase I've made for my new computer. Like I said, this is the Anker USB-C hub, and it goes for $29.99 on Amazon. Anker is just overall a really great brand. I use them for my car charger. I use their cables. I have their 6-foot cable. It's a great brand that runs really cheap, and I think the Apple version of the adapter that had less ports was about $65 or something like that. So you get a lot more bang for your buck. You could buy 2 of those if you really need the ports, and you're still gonna be saving money. So I just checked, and the Apple one that I was talking about is $69, and it's called the USB-C Digital AV Multi-Port Adapter. It's also kind of a little bit bigger, or almost the same size as this thing. The USB-C to USB adapter is $19, and the USB-C to SD card reader is $39 from Apple. Moving on, let's go ahead and go to another Apple type product, which are my new, you know what, I actually don't know what these are called. Let's find out. Oh, are they the Beats 3? They are. Okay. I was gonna call these my Beats X, but that's what these bad boys are. These are Bluetooth, wireless, that's the same thing. These are Bluetooth headphones. Oh my gosh. These are Bluetooth headphones that I actually did a review on, a dedicated video, so if you want to know my thoughts about the Beats X, spoiler alert, I love them, but go watch the video about this. But these are the Beats 3 wired headphones. Now, the reason why I got these is because I actually had a pair of these. I think I had the Beats 1 or 2, and I loved them, but my mom was in need of some headphones. So I gave them to her, and once I had the money, I bought myself another pair. But what I like about these guys is that the ends magnetize the same way that the Beats X do. So when these guys hang around your neck, you can kind of see them there. They're connected magnetically through the back sides of the earbuds. And it's the same way with these earbuds, they magnetically attach, which just keeps cable management really nice. And the reason why I needed to get a corded pair of headphones is for when I record my podcast, which a quick shameless plug, Waterfall of Consciousness with Annelies. You can check it out anywhere where you can get podcasts. This is how I do my audio listening. Like, I'm plugged into this microphone here, and it plugs in at the bottom with a regular 3.5 it's not 3.5 millimeter headphone jack, regular auxiliary, boom. This also plugs into my computer. This also plugs into my Nintendo Switch, so sometimes I want to listen to my games with audio. This is great. I have them in the classic black, which my other ones were in red, and I love my blue Beats, but black will have to do. It's sleek, it's classy, she's here for it. Comes with this fun little carrying case, and they are $60 if you want to get them at Apple. I just think they're an absolutely great pair of earbuds. If you're looking for a pair of earbuds that isn't wireless, these are your guy. My other ones I've had for probably about 4 or 5 years now, and they still work great, amazingly. Next thing I'm gonna move over is actually something that you can't buy, but it's a silly little thing that I have that I love, and it is a necessity for me. And this is a mini Altoids case that I put my SD cards in. For a reason that shall remain a mystery, I had a whole bunch of mini Altoids cases, and I thought, hey, there can be a use to this. So what I actually have is a lot of these floating around my life, is I took some nail polish, covered the top of the case, covered the bottom, wrote on it what's in here. So in here there's SD cards. In another one I put bobby pins in there because they fit perfectly. In another one I put medicine. And the reason why I put nail polish on it is so that way people would stop thinking that my medicine was Altoids, because I had a friend do that once and I was like, oh, no. These are not mints. These are not mints. These are also not mints, and I wouldn't want somebody to get disappointed if they're rummaging through my stuff, which you shouldn't be rummaging through my stuff anyway, but I digress. This is the perfect little case for SD cards. You can even put them sideways and fit them 2x2, so even if I had more, they would fit perfectly in here. This like doesn't ever open, and it's just like the goodest little thing to keep SD cards in. So that's a little life hack for you. Take some Altoids tins, put some nail polish on it, or however you want to decorate it, and keep your SD cards in there. It's perfect, it's pocket size, I love it. That's my computer hack for you for today. Oh, so the next gadget that I have is the Apple Magic Mouse 2. I absolutely love this thing. It is not cheap, let me tell you that. But I do have to say that I tried another cheap like Logitech mouse, and I did not like it nearly as much. So I'd rather spend the money on something I know I'm gonna use compared to something that I just kind of put away. I also got this mouse pad from Amazon Basics. This one goes for $6.99. This mouse is $80. It's fine. It's totally fine. It's just fine. So fun fact, if you get the space gray one, it's $20 more. It's $99 instead of $79. And everything I have is white and silver, so I had to go with my aesthetic. But if you want to go with that space gray aesthetic, the classiness costs you more. I'm sorry. I found this actually really nice for when I'm doing my video editing, when I go through my first rough edit. When I break it down to my slower edits, I do like having the trackpad a little bit more, but this mouse pad was also like freaking necessary because it's awful to use on a regular desk, and it's just a basic mouse pad, but it's also like, it's huge. It's bigger than my face, and it gives you a lot of real estate. On Amazon, it actually lists it as a gaming mouse pad, so if you're a gamer, there you go. Great mouse pad for $7. And moving on to my final favorite accessories is my charger. Now you might be thinking to yourself, Annelies, you have a favorite charger? Like what? That's so weird. Well, of course your computer comes with a charger, but I like leaving that like at my desk here. So if I travel, I don't need to like unplug everything. I always have 2 computer chargers. And so I knew I needed to find one, but I also did not want to spend like over $100 on a freaking computer charger, because you have to buy the separate pieces with the new computer because it's the cable and it's the brick, and I wasn't into that. So I checked out my lovely friends over at Anchor. Once again, they're a reliable brand. Both of these are Anchor technology items. They're Anchor cable and Anchor brick. So this is the USB-C 60-watt wall charger, and this is the 6-foot USB-C to USB-C cable. So the brick here is $36.99 and the cable is $12.99, and that is substantially cheaper than you would get it for at Apple, because it's like $60 for the brick and then a lot of money for the cable. And what I like about this setup, I do wish it was like silver, because like I said, I have an aesthetic. It's silver and white. That's what all my stuff is. But this is so much smaller than the one that came with my computer. It fits in the palm of your hand. It's nice and just like the little you know, this thing, the prongs flip in, which is a vital thing when you're throwing stuff around in your bag or luggage or whatever. And then another thing that I really like, which I know you can buy these cable management things, but it came with a little Velcro cable management thing. So I just kind of roll it up and then I throw on the Velcro, and then it's nice and easy to travel with. Also, something that I absolutely love is that the Nintendo Switch charges using USB-C. So when I travel, I don't have to bring my computer charger and my Switch charger. I can just bring one, which also the Switch charger is really big and bulky and the flippy thing doesn't do. I'm great with words. The prongs for the charger, I wondered what the technical term for these are, but I'm gonna call them prongs. But those don't flip in and then the cable doesn't detach and it's big and bulky. But now I have this whole setup and it's magical. So if you're looking for a charger for your new MacBook Pro or MacBook Air or any device that charges with USB-C, I highly recommend these boys because 1, it makes your life a lot easier, and 2, they're nice and small and compact and they're cheap. So y'all, I think that does it for all of my favorite accessories for my MacBook Pro. Like I said, this is the one with the USB-C. That's why I talked about a lot of USB-C type devices today. But I, of course, have other things that I use with my computer, like a micro USB cable and a lightning cable, but those aren't like standard accessories. These are all things that I have that I bought specifically for my computer that I really enjoy, that they're easy to use, they're cheap, they're durable, and they're something that I put my stamp on. They're absolutely Annelies approved. And if you want to get your hands on any of this stuff, I did leave a link in the description for every product listed, hopefully if I did this right, in the product order. So you can check that out and get some of these great accessories for yourself. I hope this video was helpful for you. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up so that way I know you like videos like these. Of course, if you have any suggestions for videos that you want to see from me, whether it be something like this about my favorite accessories or potentially my favorite apps that I have for my computer, or any videos, whether it be tech or not tech, leave them in the comments down below so I can see that, read your guys' feedback, and make some videos that you're hopefully wanting to see. If you have a MacBook Pro or any computer really, especially if it's something that has the USB-C on it, I would love to know what some of your favorite accessories are. So if you have a computer like that and you have some like go-to fave accessories, leave them in the comments down below so that way you can spread the love and spread the knowledge with not only everybody who's watching this video, but with me, so I can find some new gadgets to buy. Like I mentioned, I do have a podcast, so you can go check that out, Waterfall of Consciousness, as well as I do have a Patreon. So if you want to support the channel in some monetary way, that is just so kind and gracious of you, and I so appreciate it. Of course, if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. I would really, really appreciate it. We are so close to 2,000 subscribers. I can feel it coming. I'm so excited. Thank you for all of your support. Otherwise, that is it for me. Stay beautiful, have a marvelous day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!